morning, everyone. We apologize for this delay and these little problems that we had, but I can see that we are not that much delayed, so I will try to speed up a bit this presentation. Welcome to Spain. Virtually, but here we are, and eventually I'm sure that we will have the time and the opportunity for you to visit our country and our two cities. So I'm going to give you a very short presentation about the Alliance for Universities. As Gloria said, I am now UAM, University Autónoma of Madrid, is now having the presidency, and that's why I'm presenting, making this, welcoming you and doing this short presentation. Some of you, I think, have already been present in the presentation of this alliance. But for everybody that is in this session, we are, as already said, and as you know, the A-4U Alliance is this alliance for university, and we are Universidad Autónoma de Barcelona, Universidad Autónoma of Madrid, la Universidad Carlos III de Madrid, and Universidad Pompeu Fabra de Barcelona. We what is this alliance? It's an alliance of a very strategic partnership of these four public universities. We are all four quite young. I will show you now. We are in the two most important cities in Spain, Madrid and Barcelona, and we are all four in 2018 that we were yet two of us, the two autonomas, were 50 years old at that very date. We were in the top 50 under 50 for the QS ranking. We have a broad range of academic programs that you can see in our presentations that I think are available for you, that are more thorough, and of course in our web pages. But just to show you that, as I said, we are very young, some younger than the two others. We are in size a bit diverse, but you see we are medium to not very big universities. And as you can see, we have a number of bachelor, master, and PhD programs. We have already two ongoing joint multidisciplinary bachelor degrees, very interesting, and one more that will come shortly. We share, as I say, as an alliance, three big areas, which is studies, as I have shown you, the international activity. We have been very successful in participating in international mobility programs together, in particular in the Erasmus Plus international exchange programs. In recent years, we got more than 200 scholarships for mobility with extra-communitarian countries, as in the strategy that we are now actually still doing, as with you, the Botswana universities. And these mobilities are for students, of course, as well as for faculty and staff. We are still aiming at broadening the range and number of exchange programs and strategic partnerships under Erasmus+. In particular, we focus on two countries and universities and partners in which none of the individual universities have a very big active relationship. This international activity is supported by Spanish government and precisely the Institute of Foreign Trade, the IFEX. I'm going to concentrate a bit more because I think that in these exchanges that we will focus on to via this exchange mobilities, Erasmus plus mobilities, will have a more will be related more to research and innovation. And well, Alliance for You as an alliance is extremely powerful and impactful alliance and relationship for research and innovation. I'm going to show you very briefly some data. I'm going to compare the Alliance for You with the Spanish university system that has 85 universities, 50 of them public, as we are. We are all for public universities. Okay, so for universities, that is almost 4%, around less than 4% of the total universities, represent the 12% of all visibility of the Spanish university system is due to A-4U of this alliance. Also the productivity that is 17%, representing, as I say, only 4 universities out of 85. And the impact, so the citations listed in the whole Spanish university system accounts for 22%, being only, as I repeat, 4 universities of 85. It's just to give you the dimension of the strength of the alliance in Spain. You will have some numbers about the EU-funded research, not only in all the increase in the number of projects of European projects that have been accumulated by the Alliance from the beginning of the framework program 5 to this Horizon 2020 that is finishing, of course, this year in number of projects and of publications, of EU funding, etc. The technology transfer also is quite impressive, taking as an alliance in the number of patents generated or spin-offs or contracts gotten, or and again, is an important percentage of the patents compared to the rest of the universities of Spain, and the revenues of this innovative and technology transfer activity. We excel as an alliance in life sciences, health sciences, engineering, communication, social sciences, and humanities altogether as a whole. And now I'm going to present the main research areas of each university. Starting in alphabetical order, the Universitat Autònoma of Barcelona, which is really a leader university in research. They highlight animal nutrition and welfare, biotechnology and health, social sciences and humanities, materials and energy, environment and sustainability, information and communication technology. You will see some of the scholars in those areas that are interested in getting a partnership with you, my guests or our guests. University Autónoma of Madrid, I can just highlight that we are a university that has always found a synergy with other research institutions and technology institutions, and I can sort of highlight these areas of nanoscience and material sciences, theoretical physics that are really, and mathematics that we host two of the most reputed institutes, research institutes in our campus: law, arts, and social sciences, as well as life sciences, biotechnology, biomedicine, and food science. We have 30. These activities is performed in, of course, all of our 8 faculties and schools that hold 30 research institutes and centers, research institutes in hospitals. 5 are UAM and CSIC, Consejo Superior de Investigaciones Científicas Institutes. Our 5 is in our campus are CSIC-owned institutes. We don't participate, but the institutes are there, so that give the campus very active in research. 2 Madrid Institutes for Advanced Studies, and the Madrid Science Park, which is holding of different universities, and of course the municipality of Madrid and ourselves and the region. Universidad Carlos III has highlights 4 main lines of research: social and legal sciences in economics, business administration, law, and statistics. Engineering with you can see you will be able to really go into detail of each of these areas: engineering, mathematics and physics, and humanities, documentation, journalism, and audiovisual communication. And they also point at some interesting ideas about them as individual universities within the Alliance for Universities. That is an innovative university committed to the improvement of society, really aiming at having and supporting a cutting-edge research. They aim really at have multidisciplinary and diversity in their research. They are a medium-sized university which is very prone to tackle new projects in an agile and flexible way, and I can really tell that is this way, and they have more than 100 research groups and 27 research institutes. The Universitat Pompeu Fabra in Barcelona is our last member that I will explain. They are concentrated, they are presenting themselves as doing a research in planetary or aimed at planetary well-being in engineering and technology, in social sciences, in humanities, and in sciences. So altogether you will have this presentation, I assume. So, as to wrap up a bit, as what we offer really, and our objectives is to really increase mobility, international mobility of our students, researchers, and academics and staff towards the new partners. Of course, to try to increase our research partnerships. We have a very international profile, and you can see that in our campus we have also English taught degrees that could be of interest for your students, for exchange and stuff like that. And that's all for me. Thank you very much for your attention, and I will end here. Okay, so great. Now, it's a bit slow. My computer goes a bit slow today. Anyway, so without any more, because I think it's time to then welcome our guests, and in particular we are going to have these presentations, but by you. The first is the Botswanian University of Agriculture and Natural Resources, and on behalf of the University of BUAN is Professor Samudino Ngwako, is the Dean of Research and Graduate Students. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello, welcome, and thank you very much. So are you ready to present your university?
Yes, I'm ready.
Great, thank you very much.
So what should I do? Should I share the presentation?
Yes, please.
Thank you very much and good morning, everybody. So I'm here to present on my university, Botswana University of Agriculture and Natural Resources. But before I present, I would like to recognize those who are present here, especially my staff that I'm working with. We have the Professor Hulera, who's the Dean for Agricultural, Agribusiness, Education and Extension, the Dean for Faculty of Animal and Veterinary Sciences. We have the Dean for Faculty of Agriculture, Professor Molawa. We have the Dean for Faculty of Science, Dr. Sibolai. And then we have the Dean for Faculty of Natural Resources, Professor Fanta. I didn't mention Dr. Chabo, who's the Dean for Faculty of Animal and Veterinary Sciences, and also the Head of Department for Animal Science and Production, Professor Kwatala. So those are the team from BUAN who are here present today. Some will join us as we continue because we have another meeting. But before I can continue, I would like to say that BUAN is a parastatal under the Ministry of Agricultural Development and Food Security. It's a public institution that was established by an Act of Parliament in 2016, but it started operating as a university in 2016. But we have been in existence since 1967, offering certificate programs. And then in 1991, we became a faculty of the University of Botswana, offering degree programs as well as graduate programs. So to start with, BUAN. So BUAN, its vision is to be a vibrant world-class University of Agriculture and then natural resources. So we want to be seen as a very active university in the field of agriculture and natural resources. So our mission is to produce market-ready graduates for the agricultural and natural resources sectors. So we want our graduates to be market-ready with skills that can have input in the agricultural and natural resources sectors, nationally and internationally. So those are the vision and the mission of the BUAN, in short. So in terms of our academic structure, it's headed by the Vice Chancellor, but for the academic structure, we do report to the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic Affairs and Research, under whom we have my faculty, which is the Faculty of Research and Graduate Studies. And then we have other faculties, 5 faculties who have got the departments under them. The Faculty of Agriculture has got 3 departments of Crops and Soil Sciences, Department of Agriculture and Biosystems Engineering, and the Department of Food Science and Technology. And then the Faculty of Natural Resources has 3 departments: Department of French and Forest Resources, Department of Land and Atmospheric Resources, and Department of Wildlife and Aquatic Resources. And the Department of Agribusiness, Education and Extension, that should be corrected. We have got 3 departments of Agricultural and Applied Economics, Agricultural Education, and then Agricultural Extension. And then the Faculty of Science, we have the Department of Biological Sciences, Department of Biometric Mathematics, and Department of Physical and Chemical Sciences. And then the last one, the Faculty of Animal and Veterinary Sciences, we have the Department of Veterinary Sciences, Department of Animal Sciences, and we are hoping in future to have the Department of Biomedical Sciences. In terms of the academic programs, we have got 3 higher diplomas in agriculture, animal health and production, forestry and range, and then 1 diploma in extension, and then 1 certificate, 6 months certificate in meat inspection. In terms of bachelor's degrees, we have got 10 bachelor's degrees that are listed there. We have got 4 master's degrees and then 2 doctoral degrees in animal science and crop production. We have new programs that have been approved by our board that have been submitted to Botswana Qualification Authority, which is our national accreditation and registering body. So we are still awaiting that we offer them in the near future, like Bachelor of Arts in Agribusiness, BSc Biometry, BSc Biomathematics, BSc Biodiversity, BSc Wildlife Management, BSc Forest Sciences, BSc Crop Science, Plant Health stream, BSc Crop Science, Soil Science stream, Masters in Food Science and Technology, and PhD in Food Technology. And then just to mention that we are also working on other programs that we want to introduce both at undergraduate and graduate level. So all the programs that we offer, we would like to have graduate programs in them. So in terms of quick statistics, we have roughly around 1,300 students, 40 graduate students, around 156 academic staff. Here, in terms of CIC participants, we are talking about in-service courses that we offer to our stakeholders. So we have got 1 week courses that we offer, and the other one is 2 weeks that we offer to our various stakeholders. And our campus is around 700 hectares, and the largest capacity lecture hall that we have is about 250. In terms of student residence, we have got around 528 beds. And then library collection, we've got about 24,000 books in our collection. And then our annual budget, which we get from government, is roughly around 320 million. So that's a quick statistics of our academic staff. We have around 156. And then when the university is fully functional, we expect this number to increase to around 150 academic staff against 5,000 students. So these are some of our physical facilities. We have a farm in Notwani, not far away from here. It's around less than 5 kilometers. And then we also have the Meat Industry Training Institute, where you offer short courses in certificate in meat inspection. We have our gardens, where students do their practicals. We have a dairy facility. And then we have an Earth observation station, where we record the climate data. And then we have our library. So in addition, we also have classrooms and laboratories, and then also sports facilities. In terms of new facilities, as we are expanding, we have 4 new laboratories that will be handed over sometimes next month. And then we also have 2 new lecture halls with a capacity to handle 250 each. We have an expansion of the late night study, and then student hostels, and also a new library where you offer short courses. In terms of research instrument, as BUAN, we have the BUAN research strategy. So this strategy is a tool to guide BUAN in its research activities, and then the strategy covers the strategic goals of the university as well as the strategic themes. We also have the research and ethics policy, which is new. So the policy spells out how research should be carried out in an ethical manner. We also have the internationalization policy, which spells out the need for collaboration with international organizations. And then recently, just last month, our board approved the graduate scholarship and bursaries policy, where the university would like to reserve some funds to sponsor our graduate student, MSc, PhD, as well as postdoctoral degrees, so that we increase the profile of the university. We also have a publication policies which guides our staff how they should publish. And then we also have the teaching and research assistantship policy, which encourages the engagement of our graduate students in teaching and research with some remuneration. And then we also have the intellectual property policy, which aims to protect the innovations coming out from the research that is carried out by staff in the university. In terms of the strategic goals, as they are in the BUAN strategic plans, our strategic goals is that we want to develop sustainable, higher quality research infrastructure and facilities and support services. So here, what we want is that we want to improve on our infrastructure. So we have been having mostly teaching laboratories. So we need more research laboratories so that we can increase our research capability. We also want to increase staff participation in research. We find that some of the staff, they don't do research, whereas when you are employed, you are supposed to be engaged 40% in teaching, 40% in research, and then 20% in service. So we want to make sure that every staff member is involved in teaching, mainly through capacitating staff in writing winning research proposals. We also want to increase the number of graduate students. So right now the number is very low, so we want to increase that. We also want to increase the number of graduate programs. As we have seen, we have new programs that have been approved, and then the faculties are working on other programs. We also want to improve the quality of research output so that we have quality research output. We want to increase research funding, either nationally or internationally, where we'll be able to compete with other universities for those research grants. So we also want to increase research collaborations locally, internationally, like we are doing right now. We also want to commercialize our research outputs. In terms of collaboration and partnerships, we have had quite a lot of partnerships locally and then internationally. Like locally, we collaborate with the University of Botswana, with BIUST, Botswana International University of Science and Technology. We also collaborate with the Department of Research, Science and Technology, and then Botswana Innovation Hub. Those are just some. And then regionally, we have collaborations with ARC in South Africa, Northwest University in South Africa, and the University of Pretoria. And then in our international partners, we are a member of the Regional University Forum for Agriculture, that is RUFORUM, which is based in Uganda. We are also a member of the African Association of Universities. We have had collaborations with Kew Gardens in UK through projects, and also with the University of Glasgow. And then in the US, we have had collaboration with the University of Tennessee, who have also signed an MOU, and then University of Sao Paulo in Brazil. So BUAN has signed MOUs with many international institutions, mainly on teaching and as well as research. So we have had 3 projects with EU. We have had the Bank Food project that was quite a long time ago. And then after the Bank Food, we had the BAMLink project, which I was part of. I think this was around 2004 when it was funded, up to 2009. And then now we have the Intermobility Africa funding to support graduate students here in BUAN. In our research activities, we currently have 12 externally funded projects, and then we also have 14 projects that are funded by the university. So the university sets a fund for research by staff, and then that is on competitive basis. So staff will submit their proposals, they are evaluated, and then funded. And then you also have a journal called Botswana Journal of Agriculture and Applied Sciences, where staff can publish their research products. So in those pictures, those are some of the project activities that are going on: crop monitoring, land degradation, indigenous plants, livestock management, and water conservation. The research themes that we have that are also contained in our BUAN research strategy. We want to do research on food, nutrition security and safety, climate change and then environment, water security, natural resources management, indigenous knowledge systems, and then higher education in agriculture and extension. So these themes, they cover the 5 faculties that I've talked about. So from these themes, we are able to come up with a suggestion that as a university, we need to establish centers of excellence. So the centers of excellence, we have identified two that we want to establish. One is Center for Bioeconomy, which addresses agricultural, industrial, and then environmental issues. So under agriculture, we have livestock improvement, crop improvement, technology improvement, just like that. And then the other center that we would like to establish is Center for Sustainable Resources, covering water, soil, energy, indigenous knowledge, and then ecosystems management. So those are the centers.
Excuse me, dear Professor Wako, we're running very much behind schedule. Can I ask you to wrap up quickly so that...
Yes, this is my last one.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes. So in terms of priorities and opportunities, as BUAN, we would like to appoint senior academic staff, especially professors. We have an advert that is ongoing, that is running at present. The closing date, I think, is the 30th of this month. And then we have to increase the number of graduate students. We want to increase the number of research projects locally, international funded research, also improve the research infrastructure. We also want to publish quality research and then create those two centers that I've just talked about. And then we want to also expand into the natural resources as is our new mandate that we are exploring. And then also we want to create a graduate entrepreneurship program. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Guaco. And now I maybe we leave the question time for the end. Very interesting presentation and university. So now let me introduce you to Dr. Tengi Bokani Tengi, a lecturer in electrical, computer and telecommunication engineering from the Botswana International University of Science and Technology. Can you hear me? Are you ready to give us?
Thank you. Thank you so much for the introduction. Yes, I can hear you. Let me just share my screen.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
Well, good morning, everyone, my colleagues locally and to the host abroad. My name is Dr. Bokani Mtengi. I am a lecturer in the electrical, computer, and telecommunications engineering. I will take you guys through just a snapshot of what BIUST has to offer or what it is. BIUST was established through a presidential directive. It is a government supported, financially supported academic institution that focuses on sciences and engineering and technology. In November 2006, the operations commenced at BIUST, which was located at a temporary location in Gaborone North. And then in February 2012, we saw the first academic year for the students or the enrollment. And in February 2017, the inaugural graduation ceremony was held. We saw 58 students graduating from that batch, comprising of Bachelor of Sciences and Master of Science. And to date, which is the latest graduation, which was the fourth one held last year, we graduated 391 graduates with bachelor degrees, 378 of those, 10 with masters and PhD with 3. So as you can see, we have really gone up with our enrollment numbers and with postgraduate graduation as well. BIUST is located in the central district in Botswana, a small town called Palape. It sits on 2,500 hectare site of what we call Chapong Hills, which is very, very pretty. It's such a historical area, very ecological as well. We consider it to be central because we are 270 kilometers from the capital city, which is Gaborone, and 160 kilometers from Francistown. We are along the main road, the North-South Highway, so we are accessible both by rail and road. We have close proximity to some notable engineering industry. To name a few, we have the Morupule Power power plant, which comes in handy for our engineering, electrical engineering students when it comes to industrial training. We also have Makoro for bricks, and then we have Orapa Mine, which also has a power plant. BIUST, the vision for BIUST is to emerge as a premier research-based University of Science, Engineering and Technology, and to be recognized internationally for quality and excellence in teaching. Our mission is to be able to produce world-class research and innovation in science, engineering and technology, while we are contributing to the growth of the industry, and develop both educational and both in engineering industry, and to also diversify our economy instead of just relying on natural resources for the economy. Then we need to also diversify economy by developing and advancing knowledge-based economy. BIUST has two faculty, academic faculties and one center. We have the Faculty of Sciences, Faculty of Engineering, and the Center for Business and Academic Literacy and Business. Under the Faculty of Sciences, we have 6 departments: Biological Sciences and Biotech, Chemical and Forensic, Computer, Mathematics and Statistical Science, Earth and Environmental Sciences, Physics and Astronomy. Both faculties offer bachelor's degree, master's and PhD as well. And with the Faculty of Engineering and Technology, we have 5 departments: Chemical, Materials and Metallurgical, Civil and Environmental, Computer, Electrical and Telecommunications, Mechanical, Energy and Industrial, and we have Mining and Geological. Those are the departments under Faculty of Engineering and Technology. The third, which is a center, is not a faculty. It's a Center for Business Management, Entrepreneurship and General Education, which is in a way established to support our students. Since we want our aim is to graduate engineers and scientists with entrepreneurial skills. This is where we want to commercialize our research output. And we can only do so if we develop this, our students' entrepreneurial skills. So the center has 2 departments: the Academic Literacy and Social Sciences, the Business Management and Entrepreneurship. And they offer 14 courses, both under the Academic Literacy and Social Sciences and the Business and Entrepreneurship skills. The goal is to promote basic research and information literacy skills for our students, and also to offer technical and report writing services. This center has come very instrumental, especially when it comes to thesis writing, proposal writing, grammar correction, plagiarism check. And because we are very isolated from the central, which is Gaborone, we saw it fit to have such a center within our institution. So the programs of study under these 2, the main faculties, the academic faculties, which is Faculty of Science and the Faculty of Engineering, we offer 21 bachelor degrees collectively, and 11 of those under the Faculty of Science, and 10 of those under the Faculty of Engineering. We also offer 10 Master of Science degrees of the sciences, and then the 6 Master of Engineering degrees. And we offer 21 doctoral degrees for under both faculties. The enrollment as of 2019, it sits at 1,697 students. And mind you, when we started, we were at, our enrollment was around 1,458 students. And we've tremendously increased the intake or enrollment when it comes to postgraduate students. That's where you see a significant increase, especially with our master's students. For 2019 numbers, we sit at 245 masters and 82 PhD students. And for graduation, 2019-2020 academic year graduation, we graduated 378 bachelor degree students, 10 masters and 3 doctoral students. Our institution has 240 academic staff members, with 287 who are executive management and support staff. So our core values, we aspire to deliver internationally recognized quality and excellence of teaching and learning through research-based solutions. We strive to be a research-intensive institution with not only just literature research, but commercialization of our products to promote innovation and entrepreneurship in our country, which is the way to diversify our economy. So our core values are equality and diversity. We do have a very diverse community from students, staff members, academics, executive management as well. We continue to strive for knowledge and understanding, innovative teaching and learning formats where we individualize learning, we promote individual thinking, innovative thinking as well. We demand high performance and quality in our institution. We demand also high integrity in terms of the work of the quality of the work that we produce through our research and our teaching. So we do have a research center here at BIUST, and with our 4 main research themes, which is climate and society, where are in line with the national development goals of climate change, ethical, whatever the research that we are conducting are ethical and ecologically friendly. Any frontiers in science to do with medicine, the chemical side where we can do medicine discovery. We also focus on natural resource management. This is a sector where we conduct research on the natural resources that we have. How can we commercialize them? How can we extract any products that can be commercialized? And then we have the innovative technological products and services. This is where engineering and technology come into play. We are trying to design solutions, especially for the agricultural sector, looking at our farmers here, because farming is a large sector of the economy. So if we can advance them or help them with some form of technology where they can also commercialize their business, I think that's what we are looking at. Renewable energy, solar energy is a very widely researched topic in our institution, especially at the electrical and electronics engineering. We have 2 major projects which are internationally funded, where we are trying to electrify or to bring solar energy to some villages that are located far away from the main grid. In terms of collaboration maps and publications from the Pure Elsevier, we have collaborated with a wide range of scholars in different countries. And if you check the map, it will show you also the research, the most popular research interests that have seen international collaborations. Those are mostly in the sciences than in the engineering faculty. We also have local industry collaborations. One with the Botswana Defense Force, where we they develop learning curricula that some of our learners can benefit from. We also exchange technical information for the benefit of research and development in the country. Botsuana, the largest mining company in Botswana, the diamond mining company in Botswana, we also have a memorandum of agreement to establish a research laboratory. For local enterprise authority layer, we are fostering entrepreneurship skills for our scientists and engineering graduates. We also have the Botswana Oil Limited company, where we are conducting research to go from coal to liquid project, and the Special Economic Zones Authority, where we identify and attract investors. Not mentioned here, we also have the established working relationships, research collaborations with the local institutions, the 3 other institutions that are also government financially supported, BUAN and BAC and University of Botswana. And we also have a good relationship with the Ministry of Tertiary Education, where BIUST has been hosting the National Science Week and STEM Festival every year. And that's a national event that is held across the country. For international academic collaborations, most of them, we do have TUPAs where you can offer student exchange programs, where some of our postgraduate students can visit these institutions to gain knowledge or conduct projects, research-based projects or academic credits. And we also have research collaborations with various institutions that are listed here: University of Cincinnati, Jomo Kenyatta University in Kenya, All Nations University College in Ghana. We have the Itemba Labs in South Africa, and the Radiation Protection Inspection is, in Botswana, which is a local radiation inspection authority in Botswana. For Akita University in Japan, we have University of Lausanne in Switzerland as well.
Tani, I'm sorry to interrupt again.
Oh, okay, sorry. Oh,
we
yeah.
are on a tight schedule. I'm so sorry.
Okay, all right. So this one is just the international partnerships with different countries. I mean, with different agencies, and the international community composition. We have 7% of international students enrollment and 20% of international staff members. And that's all that I had for you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Professor Mitengi. And as for the previous speaker, maybe the questions will go at the end of this presentation. So without any...
Hello, everybody.
Thank you very much.
My name is Olga Belova. I look after Erasmus Plus cooperation at A-4U. And okay, let me share the slides. So, okay, let's get started. What are the principal lines of funding that can support cooperation between A-4U and our Botswanian partners under Erasmus Plus? Well, the first one is so-called Key Action 1. It supports mobility of individuals, and what it really means is that it funds international mobility of staff and students in both directions. The program is called International Credit Mobility because credits that are taken by students during their stay should be recognized by their home institution towards their degree, whether it's bachelor, master, or PhD. So in terms of student mobility with Botswana, we have applied and received funding for doctoral mobility in both directions, as well as mobility of teaching and administrative staff for teaching and or training. So this is the first, let's say, line of funding that is available to us already. Another possibility under Erasmus Plus is to cooperate in capacity building projects. What it actually means is it's directed towards universities in partner countries, in this case Botswana, to help in their modernization, internationalization, and depending on the type of product, it can also contribute towards the modernization of the higher education system in that country. The type of activities that can be covered in capacity building projects include development of teaching modules, components, courses, transfer of teaching methodologies, exchange of experience, good practice, maximum exploitation of ICT, which is especially relevant now during COVID. It can support development and training of staff, both teaching staff and support staff, modernization of university services, for example, financial management, international relations, student support, or setting up of new services or new departments. Like, for example, in the presentation of BUAN, there was voiced a need for new centers of excellence. So this, for example, could be a possible, like this type of activity could possibly be applied for under a capacity building project. Who can participate in this type of projects? At least 2 European countries and 1 partner country. So in this case, Botswana, and 3, as a minimum of 3 universities from Botswana, and the same number of universities from European countries. So 3 universities on each side, 3 European, and 3 Botswanian universities. Now, if there is a university in Botswana that covers more than 50% of student population in the country, in that case, only one university can take part. And in this type of project, A-4U universities will cooperate on an individual basis, not as a consortium. Because as you can see, as a minimum, there should be 3 universities. So if we take it up to 4 and they need to be 2 European countries, it's just the project would take on a bigger dimension. So just to go back for a second to my previous slide, this type of funding that supports visits of staff and doctoral students could be used to explore the needs, the potential interest, the areas of cooperation. It can act as seed funding to possibly with the view of exploring capacity building projects. So that's something that can be kept in mind by those who apply for mobility, to think, okay, maybe there can be something bigger that can arise from getting to know each other, getting to know the other institutions, spending some time, getting to know the other academics. So it's useful to think of these two in combination. Now, looking at the Erasmus program, as you may know, the current financial period, which started in 2014, is now coming to an end. And the new financial period will start in 2021 and will last until 2027. So we are now at the intersection when the previous financial period stops, is ending, and we are waiting now for the new guide of the new Erasmus program to be published in December, where all the details about the lines of funding available under this new program will be detailed. What will happen to ICM, this International Credit Mobility Program, and capacity building projects? Well, in 2021, next year, there won't be a call for applications for these 2 lines of funding, but they will resume from 2022. So this year, next year can be used again as a time, is going to provide enough time to see if there is any possibility, any potential, enough time to prepare a proposal if there is mutual interest in doing that. And another thing to point out here is that under the new Erasmus program, our cooperation in international credit mobility can be both. As a consortium, we can cooperate as a consortium, as A-4U, and individual A-4U universities will also have additional flexibility to use their funding that they will receive for European mobility, to use it also as for extra-European mobility, to fund their outgoing students to go to partner countries. This will be done on a bilateral level. So each A-4U university will decide, will talk to their partners and see how to fund their students for outgoing mobility. Okay, so let's just, this is an overview of A-4U participation in ICM program, International Credit Mobility, from its beginning in 2015. We have started with 2 countries, Russia and South Africa, and slowly expanded our cooperation to countries in the Southeast Asia, to India, to Iran. And also this year we have received funding for Namibia and Botswana for 10 mobilities in each country. And the number of mobilities under each label indicates how many people, staff and students have moved between that country and Spain since we have applied for funding. And we just also, it's worth mentioning, there was already a capacity building project that was carried out in cooperation with Botswana, with the university, in particular with the University of Botswana, that is here on the list of partners in the first column. And this, thanks to this project, there was a master program in sustainable energy that was developed and was delivered in the participating African universities. It set a good precedent for academics from different fields to interact to develop new teaching content, to continue delivering it, because the program is still up and running and functioning. So it's good to already have a precedent that there was already a seed planted, let's say, and hopefully there'll be more interest arising from that. Okay, just to focus on the funding that we have already received this year for international credit mobility. You can see the partner universities on both sides. So A-4U universities on one and the participating for university from Botswana on the other, and the basic grant conditions outlined in the table. We have funding for mobility both ways, for doctoral students and for staff, both teaching staff and support staff. You can see the length of the stay, the subsistence rates in case of students per month, and in case of staff per day. Just to note that the staff mobility is 5 days long plus 2 days for travel, so it's 1 week altogether. And the travel allowance is the same for everyone because the distance is the same. The distance traveled will be the same. Just to note here that we have 6 mobilities available for staff to come from Botswana to Spain, and 4 of those will be earmarked for a possible training week. When we start cooperating with a new country, with new university partners, we always find it useful to organize a week of training for us, or for them and for us. So we invite representatives of international offices, or those who will be working closely with managing Erasmus Plus mobilities. We invite them over to Spain to spend a week here to visit all 4 universities, to have a working session on the management of Erasmus Plus mobilities. And it's useful for both parties, for both sides, to get to know each other, to put names and faces, and and just to have a closer personal interaction, which always helps when it comes to working together. So when travel becomes possible, we have this in mind, to organize a week of this kind for our Botswanian partners. So when the call is out, we are currently preparing it. It will be open. It will open in December. We will invite applications from one representative per institution, a representative of international office, or those who will be responsible for Erasmus Plus mobilities, to apply. In case this has become possible, this is organized, we have this already. We'll have the application. The competition will be open to all subject fields, and there won't be any previous grant assignation or allocation to any partner. So, for example, all Spanish universities will compete for the grants that are available to go from Spain to Botswana, and vice versa. It's simply just the number of grants that we have doesn't allow for any allocation. So we just do it strictly on merit basis. And just a few words on the application and selection process. The application is done through our website, and it's quite straightforward. Staff are asked to submit their CV and an outline of activities to be carried out, the teaching plan of what they plan to do, or teaching or training during their stay, and PhD students, for PhD students, it's the same, plus a recommendation letter. The selection committee will consist of the vice rectors of international relations, some of who are present today, and the selection criteria are as follows here, and all this will be outlined in detail in our call for applications, which we are currently preparing, and as soon as it's published, I'll contact our partner universities, informing them, and we'll have an opportunity to talk about any questions regarding the management of applications and the mobilities. On our website already, we have guides for doctoral students and staff. This is just an example from last year. So, and here is the web address. So, in the meantime, while we're preparing this year's application, this year's call, you can already go to our website and check the materials available from last year. The majority, the main structure, the main, let's say, features will be the same. So you can already get an idea of how to prepare an application, what are the steps to take, who needs to be contacted, what are the things to keep in mind. The main thing is to have somebody, an academic, in the case of a doctoral student, a supervisor, also an academic, who is interested in your research area and who would be able to act as a host for your stay. So today's event is useful in the sense that a contact can be made, or at least you can identify and see and meet those who are working in the same area or similar area as yours, and possibly could be interested in hosting a mobility or coming on mobility as well. And because we are so many institutions, we are 4 universities involved in the management of this funding, we have found it useful to have a protocol, a very simple outline of who is doing what, at what stage of the mobility, what are the partners, the university's role, what are the responsibility. And this protocol has been shared by email. I've sent it by email to Botswanian universities when informing them of the award. So if there's anybody who needs to see the document, I can share it. Or if there is new people coming on board that need to see, there is no problem in that. Okay, this is just a glimpse on what it's like. And in very kind of big, like, let's say on a very kind of general level, just for you to have an idea very schematically, these responsibilities boil down to partner universities on each side, on the Spanish side and on the partner country side. They receive they help the applicants prepare the applications, they receive the mobility, they help mobility participants have the best time possible, integrating them in the university life, and providing necessary documentation like the arrival certificates. I mean, these are the technicalities that we can talk about already directly when managing the mobility. And the consortium, its role is to oversee the running of the whole project, making sure it's smooth, it's coordinated, all the phases are implemented in a timely manner, and that reporting is happening also appropriately to the grant-giving body, which is the Spanish National Agency, which manages Erasmus Plus funds on the behalf of the European Commission. And also, for you to have an idea of who is involved in the management of this program at A-4U, you can see that the vice rectors and the directors of international relations, who are also present here today, are involved. The managers of ICM projects at each university, who are based at the international offices, and I provide the necessary support to them. We meet regularly, now cinematically, and make sure that we monitor the implementation of the project, make sure that the selection is happening, that everything is recorded and done in a basically in a timely and coordinated way. And just to outline perhaps the most important parts of the responsibilities of partner universities. First of all, is dissemination. Each partner university, when the call is out, is asked to share it as widely as possible within the university community, making sure that people who would be interested know about it, know how to apply, who to ask for advice, and also when participants come back after the mobility, helping them share their experience so that the impact goes beyond an individual and is beneficial also to people for whom it might be useful. On our website, there is a repository of the Erasmus success stories. These are the stories that we have asked our previous participants to share, that have, perhaps the things that they like most, that they like less, how it impacted their professional and personal development. So it makes an interesting read for those who are interested to apply, for partner universities as well, and it helps us all on the institutional level to give visibility to this type of programs and the opportunities that it gives both individuals and universities. Apart from the support for mobility participants that I already mentioned, like receiving them, integrating them in the university life, we also try to provide support for applicants from disadvantaged backgrounds. They're welcome to apply. It can be geographical obstacles, economic obstacles, physical disability. We do have experience in hosting a doctoral Iranian student that was blind, and Universidad Carlos III de Madrid hosted this mobility. It went well. The student made most of their time, so there is additional funding for which we will need to apply in case there is a disabled student coming. So the Erasmus program does prioritize inclusivity, diversity, so these type of applications are also welcome. In South Africa, we have a facilitator for our ICM program. It's a Spanish person that works as an academic, as a full-time lecturer at the University of Cape Town, and he acts as a bridge between the two sides, because he knows the Spanish reality and he knows very well what it's like working and living at the South African, what's life like there, and he helps us to solve doubts, whether they're academic or practical. So that's something that we really value. And if we have an opportunity or possibility to have somebody in a similar role in Botswana, we always would love that. And if the opportunity arises, that would be great. And we of course provide as much support as possible in relation to visa. We inform the Spanish embassy in the relevant country of the selected applicants, so that when their visa application comes through, they already know that it's an authentic application, and they try to also support it. Now, recognition of mobility is really the most important part of the whole thing, because if there isn't recognition by the sending institution, then there is no point. The mobility cannot be recognized as having the Erasmus Plus label. So it's very important that the sending institution counts the doctoral state towards the PhD degree, and that staff mobility is also recognized. And if the staff recognition cannot be as immediate and perhaps tangible as that of students' recognition, it can be recognized by the researcher by demonstrating how the visit, the exchange, impacted their profile, how it demonstrated their ability to develop customized and deliver customized teaching, how it increased their international exposure, how it improved their, say, intercultural competencies or professional competencies, and so on. So it's important for all of us involved for this program to function well and continue receiving funding to demonstrate and to actually recognize these stays.
Olga, can I interrupt you a second, please?
Last slide.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, no problem. So ICM didn't stop during COVID. It was adapted. Now mobilities can be done on-site, online, or blended, meaning combining both. There was a clear message from the European Commission that Erasmus Plus continues, but the grant can only be paid in case there is on-site mobility, in case there is actually expense incurred by the participant when traveling to the other country. If the mobility is purely online, the grant is not paid. If it's blended, then the part that is actually the physical mobility, that's what you get paid for, and it has to be as a minimum of 3 months. But hopefully, by the time we select the participants to and from Botswana, it's going to be like springtime. So perhaps, the pandemic will ease. And anyway, we have enough time under this project. The grants will be valid until July 2023. So hopefully, things will go back to normal or new normal, and the mobility will be possible. And that's it from me. Thank you very much. Here are the contact details and the website address where you can find more information.
Thank you so very much, Olga.
Thank you.
I hope that we are ready to hear the presentation of University of Botswana, Professor Mapabanga. I think that Gloria will. Okay, there we go. Great. So please, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Sorry for the disconnect. I got disconnected, so I think I'm back.
Okay, no problem.
Yes, let me start my. How many minutes
please.
do I have? Less than 10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah, just 10 minutes if possible. We will be grateful.
Okay, that's fine. I'm Dorothy Babanga from the University of Botswana. So I'll just simply be presenting about our university and just letting you know what we have in terms of facilities, programs, and our international partnerships. I'm currently the acting director in the Office of International Education and Partnerships, and I'm attending with my colleagues, Tebo, who is the manager, and then Mrs. Kudu, who is the deputy director. So I'll just take you through what we have as a university and see how, especially areas that we can collaborate in. And this is just to show the structure of the university. It is a big university with a vice chancellor, and we do have deputy vice chancellors and also directors, and especially the faculties, where we do have deans and deputy deans to help manage the academic aspect of the university. And we do have quite a number of faculties, up to 9 faculties, as you can see. Business, education, engineering, and the rest. And we also have a school of graduate studies. And this structure, as the university has been in existence for more than 30 years, it is one of the oldest universities, and as you can see later. And next slide, please. We introduced a new strategy in September 2020 because our old strategy expired last year. So this year we introduced a new strategy, and it's just to try and re-engineer the university goals and the vision, but we still aim to remain at the center of academic excellence and also our values. You can go to the next slide, where really our core values is all about professionalism, accountability, equity and diversity, which also goes with the BIUST University. BOTU simply means that, the way you carry yourself as a human being, and of course, creativity and innovation. Next slide. Yes, these are the most important strategic goals. Like I said, they were introduced by our Vice Chancellor, and of course, it was online because of the COVID in September 2020. And we have really tried to re-engineer our strategic goals, where the first one is just high quality and well-rounded graduates, deliver high quality programs, economic and social engagement, and of course the impact, because impact is very important, maximization of revenue and investment. Remember the sustainable development goals, where really everything is all about sustainability, operational efficiency, effectiveness, and then also looking at our staff there to make sure that they deliver very good high quality programs. Institutional performance, of course, we need to re-engineer ourselves so that we are better institutions, and also expand the utilization of high-tech knowledge resources. And yes, information technology, especially under the COVID-19, it is a very key area that we also try to focus on. And as you can see, we've really tried to make sure that education is accessible online, particularly after the COVID-19, where we do have Wi-Fi on campus, including student hostels. We do have PCs for staff and also for students. And then after the COVID-19, we tried as much as possible to allocate cards to students so that they can access information about the courses on campus, even outside the campus. Next slide, please. Yes, these are the faculties that I mentioned earlier on, where we do have, first of all, the Faculty of Business, and we do offer a lot of business-related programs, accounting, managing, tourism, graduate studies, and also a master's degree and PhDs under the Faculty of Business. The next one is the next slide, please. Yes, Faculty of Education, which is now the Educational programs where we do focus on our adult education, mathematics and science, and of course we also have a PhD and master's degree programs under the Faculty of Education. The next one is that of engineering. Next slide. Yes, engineering, where we also have this faculty to focus on our aspirations to offer the best engineering and technology programs. And here we also collaborate with other universities, for example, BIUST, which is in Palape, and the Botswana Innovation Hub, so that we do work together with these institutions to enhance our programs and also to make sure that we have employable graduates, especially experienced in engineering and technology. Next, yes, humanities, it's all about the languages, it's all about the history, it's all about the media and languages. So we do have this humanities faculty to take care of this aspect. And also when it comes to international partnerships, we do have a partner with other universities so that they can take advantage of what we have, and also we collaborate in terms, for example, we have the Chinese studies, we've got visual arts, and we do have international partners that enhance what we have. And then we also share experience with them on what we can offer from the Faculty of Humanities. Next slide. Yes, medicine, very, very important faculty in our university. We have all these 12 departments, and you can see it's quite a vast faculty, and it does offer all these programs in medicine. And one of the important aspects about the Faculty of Medicine is that they do collaborate with the international partners such as the Harvard University, the UPenn, and also the Belinda Gates, where we have held a lot of collaborations in terms of the HIV. And also we do have a government medical hospital which is based at the University of Botswana. So the Faculty of Medicine also works very closely with that university, especially cases related to the treatment of COVID-19 patients. So in this area, I must say, we are also doing very well as the University of Botswana. And we collaborate with international universities in terms of sending students for exchange and also for experience. Health sciences is another area here where we do have the School of Allied Health Professions, Nursing, Public Health, and we do have both graduate and undergraduate programs. And here is also another very good area of collaboration. Science also, all areas of science, computer, environmental, mathematics, physics, very good facilities we also have, and another excellent area of collaboration. Social sciences, there, we have all these 8 departments, and we can see, we do have quite a lot of extensive areas that we can collaborate with others, and we have a lot of MOUs, I must mention, with each and every faculty and department mentioned in this slide. The next slide, please. Yes, we do have centers, just like BIUST mentioned. We do have all these centers where we are trying to promote all this research, especially the Okavango Research Center, which is based in the Delta. The Center for HIV, also very, very prominent center, attracting a lot of collaborations. Students from overseas, they come in and they do a lot of research on HIV and AIDS and share with the university and the country at large. Culture and peace, indigenous knowledge, and also the CEN and the Center for Strategic Studies. So all these centers were really established to promote excellence in terms of research and also institutional development.
Professor Mpabanga, I must really ask you to wrap up now because we are running really behind schedule.
Yes, just a few more. Next slide, please. Yes, and this is the international office where all the partnerships and the memoranda of understanding are signed, are revised, and are implemented. So we do have all these activities, and if you can go to the next slide. where we do have all this collaborative global reach with international organizations, with institutions like the A-4U, and we do collaborate in research, curriculum, and any other related areas. Next slide. Yes, and this is just an important information about UB, one of the oldest universities in the country. We do a lot of research, very good library, excellent facilities. Next slide. And we have one of the highest number of professors, 180, and a vibrant campus, a very peaceful country, of course, for all our partners in Botswana. And finally, the next slides are just mainly about our international students, the facilities that we have, so that we can encourage partnerships and show our international partners that we do have the facilities, the best experience, and hopefully students exchange stuff and all that. They'll be able to come and enjoy what we have in terms of excellence and in terms of research and teaching with our collaborative partners. Thank you very much for listening. I also apologize for the loss in connection, and I do hope that we will from now on collaborate and form excellent partnerships with you. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much. We apologize because yes, the last one always is the one in more trouble, but we have had technical problems all over from the very beginning. Anyway, I won't give the time for questions. I think that these presentations, this recording will be live as many times as you, every one of you want to have the generalities. And I think we should stop for 3 minutes. So to come back at 11:45, and I will ask the sessions. In particular, there are 2 sessions that I have less number of participants, if I understand, humanities and technology. And so if we can just be a bit, really to be shorter in our interventions from now on. So in 3 minutes, we come back 45. It's okay for you, and we start humanities. Marius Martinez, who's I think the chair for the humanities, won't forgive me for this stolen time, but I'm sure that he will perform very, very well as a chairman. Thank you so much, everybody.
Okay, just to remind you very quickly that all you have to do is just, if you need to stay to more than one session, don't leave the event, just connect and just turn on your screen or your mic whenever you need it. Also, please note that if you need to, if at any point 2 of you or more than 2 of you need a face-to-face meeting, you can ask me, the ad hoc session manager, and we'll create an ad hoc session for you specially. Okay? Thank you for your patience. See you in 3 minutes.
I think we are all back. I hope so. In particular, the chair of this session dedicated to humanities, arts and humanities, Professor Marius Martinez, who's vice rector for internationalization of the Universidades Autónoma of Barcelona. Marius, the floor is yours and of all the participants.
Thank you very much, Carmela. It is a great pleasure being here with all of you. I have very nice rememberings, very nice images from Botswana when we have the chance of visiting your wonderful universities and your wonderful country a year ago. Unfortunately, now you are not able to come to our campuses, but I'm sure within a year time you will be able to. And you or some of your faculty will be able to come and visit us and enjoy also almost, I would say, in the same way as we enjoyed your wonderful campuses and your wonderful country. So we are out of schedule. I will ask Gloria Ruiz. Gloria, how much time do we have for this session?
We're very, very behind schedule. It's now, let me see. The next one is supposed to start now, so we practically have no time at all. Just, I don't know, keep it.
Okay, 15 minutes, 20 minutes?
Now, 15 minutes, yes, please.
I would say 15 minutes. That would be great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We are going to do our best. So immediately, I will give the floor to the first participant in this session. There were no participants from Botswana registered in this particular session on humanities, but we know that some of the universities we visited showed their interest on humanities. Let me, I have quite a mess in my computer, sorry. I would like to find the list of people involved in this session.
Excuse me a second, can you all turn on your, oh, I see, there's some people who don't have their camera on, just to remind you that you can now do it yourselves.
Gloria, I'm not able to find the list.
Okay, I can tell you.
The list. Okay, I was trying to send you the most updated one today, but I didn't get down to it. Sorry, Maris. I'll try to send it to you.
Sofia Fonseca, I think.
Let's see if I can share it with you.
From Universitat Autònoma de Barcelona, Sofia Fonseca, maybe.
Okay, Sofia, are you on the room?
I'm trying.
No.
Okay.
Okay, don't worry. We go next one. Alejandro Valina is he? Maybe. I mean, I suppose that.
What's the problem?
I'm sorry. I have the list in front of me.
Okay, I'm trying to send you. I'll send it to you by email, because I can't see how to share it here on the chat.
I think that Elena Ritondale was asking for the floor. Please.
A center for audiovisual production of videos and in order to preserve the culture. We are very interested in continuing this path, not only to make films, but to create awareness and to give educational tools to make movies, because we think that African are they themselves the one who have to decide what kind of heritage they want to preserve and in what way to preserve it, and not only to preserve but also to disseminate. We have plenty of technical resources, and I have many ideas about how we can preserve and disseminate and share with the world, but also with African people, the richness, variety, and the vastness of their culture. And this is the way in which we are ready to continue working, assuming that more and more countries can join these objectives. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Alejandra. Let's move very fast. If Guilhem Naro is here in the room from UPF, Guilhem, are you here?
He's not.
He's
not. He couldn't make it, but anyway, he's very interested in languages, and well, in any case, we'll follow up the contacts, and maybe he will contact people who are interested in language courses, Spanish courses, etc. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. So now we have consumed these 15 minutes, but I was renamed in Botswana, as my colleagues know. I will give the floor now to Dorothy Mpavanga or Samodimo Nwanko or Bokani Mtengi, our friends from Botswana. And I was saying that I was renamed because I was renamed with the name of Boipuso, which means independent. So I will be independent from the time regulations my colleagues has made to me, and I will have the chance to invite our Botswana friends if they want to say something to finish this fast an intense session on humanities. So, Dorothy, do you want to add something? The floor is yours if you want.
Can I also say something from BUAN?
Of course. Of course.
Yes, let me start and thank you for your excellent presentations. And from the presentations that I've made, and Buipuso, how are you? Yes, yeah, I mean, your presentations were very precise and to the point. And as you've seen, we have all these faculties and departments of languages and heritage and all that. So what we need to do is now to follow up after this, because I didn't bring all the deans and the head of departments. I'm going to write a short report and also identify all these areas that you have mentioned, which are very exciting. And I think at the University of Botswana, some of the areas we really need that push, especially in terms of languages, heritage, making movies and all that. So I'm very happy that you presented that. And we are definitely going to follow up with the University of Botswana. Thank you, Bipuso, and your team.
Thank you so much, Dorothy. We will forward all this information with further details to your universities, and you will be able to forward this information to your deans, etc. So I will give the floor immediately to Samotino Nvanko. Samotino, if you want to add something, the floor is yours.
I have with me Prof. Hulela. She would like to say something regarding humanities. Prof. Hulela?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, Prof, and thank you, Tim. My name is Hulela, like he said. I'm from the Faculty of Agribusiness Education and Extension. Therefore, I represent 3 departments which deals with the issues that are related to humanity, but going into agriculture and natural resources at this university. This is the faculty that cuts across all faculties in the university with regard to agriculture and natural resources. Our interest in this faculty is mainly on collaboration, research, partnership, capacity building, and also extension of the new knowledge in the university as far as agriculture and natural resources are concerned. We are a faculty that wants to do a lot of research and also do a lot of communication, because we offer communication and study skills. I heard colleagues talking about language and also development of skills and so on. So this is the faculty that can collaborate with you as far as communication and study skills are concerned. We would like to see us training our graduates to the extent that they can be able to disseminate all the new knowledge that is generated in this university without any challenge. For them to be able to do that, they need to develop some skills that will enable them to go into the community and also the international and communicate without any challenge. We recently have a number of students that are from the international community. And as we move on as a faculty, would like to see us also developing some other languages that can enable them to communicate without any difficulty. So this is the Faculty of Agribusiness Education and Extension, which is called FI. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Finally, I will give the floor to Bokani Mtengi, and then if there's some other university who has not talked, I was giving the floor to these 3 people because they were registered specifically to this session, only because of that. But if there's some other friends from Botswana and other universities, of course, you will have the chance to give us a short speech of 1 or 2 minutes each. So, Bokani Mtengi, are you on the? Yes, there you are.
Oh, hi, Marius. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Although we are not centered on language development, we do have a center that I highlighted. And so far, we are only offering Chinese language as one of the foreign languages. But I do believe that equipping our scientists and engineers with diversity of skills is necessary for them to compete in a global stage. And by this is just like programming. These days, you don't only learn your core skills, you need to diversify your skills if you're gonna compete on a global stage. I'm looking at, we are collaborating with an institution from Madrid that speaks Spanish and we don't speak the language. But if we know the language, then it will make this communication much easier. But we are open to collaborations, maybe online language courses that we can offer our engineers and scientists as well. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So I see Eyitano Olatunde, who is on the room. Maybe if he wants to say something in the session, or if there's any other Botswana friend, I will give the floor to them just for 1 or 2 minutes, and we will close the session. So yeah, Eyitayo, go ahead. Oh, you are muted now.
Yeah, thank you. Dr. Mutengi has mentioned that as a science and technology university, our students need diversity of skills, especially in the aspect of languages, especially also in the aspect of bringing in the arts and humanities into sciences to be able to benefit the community. I think it's a very good area that the two BIUST and the consortium can collaborate in. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So if there's no other friend who wants to raise the hand, then I will finally close this session, thanking you for your capacity of synthesizing information. Carmela, sorry for this, for stealing 10 minutes more, but
it's okay.
My name means independent. Nothing more to say. Thank you so much to everybody. Let's move on to the next session. Thank you, Carmela.
Bye.
Thank you so very much, Marius. You were very lucky to be in Botswana. I was not lucky enough I was not able to go, but I will go certainly. Now we can go to the session on science, if I'm right. So please, Mathilde Delgado-Chauton, who's the director of the International Relation Office in Madrid, Universidad Autónoma de Madrid. The floor is yours to chair this session, which has a lot of participants. Mati?
Yeah, hello. Thank you, Carmela. Can you hear me properly? It's okay?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, well, first of all, yes, sorry, because my camera is not working. I don't know why, but at least you can hear me. Welcome to the science thematic sessions. Let me introduce myself. I'm Matilde Delgado. I'm the head of the International Relations Service at University Autónoma of Madrid. And I'm going to be the facilitator for this session. Just to remind you that if some of you want to have a face-to-face, you can send a message to the chat, to the session manager, and she will organize it to you. Okay. And just to remind you also that at the end of the meeting, we will facilitate to you a short minutes. Now, please, we can give the floor to participants. Let's start with the Spanish University by alphabetical order. We can start with Universidad Autónoma of Barcelona. Let's start maybe with Alberto Ayepuz. Alberto, are you here?
Alberto is actually couldn't make it. He's just asked if there's anybody who has any interest in veterinary studies to tell me, and I'll ask him to join us, or we can organize a face-to-face meeting. Okay. So just over the chat, let me know.
Okay. From Universidad Autónoma de Barcelona also is Katia. She's the head of the International Relations Office at that university. I don't know whether you want to say something, Katia. Okay, let's go with the next one. Aurora Ruiz Herrera. Are you here, Aurora? Neither.
No.
Okay, next one from Autónoma de Barcelona. Esther Fernández. Let's go then to the next university, Universidad Autónoma de Madrid. Carl Nansteiner, are you here? Here. Okay, you have to switch on the microphone. We cannot hear you. Okay.
No,
okay, floor is yours.
Okay, so I'm actually from one of these mixed institutes. It's a mixed institute between the Autonomous University of Madrid and the Spanish Research Council, CSIC. And our institute is the Institute for Theoretical Physics. We are specialized in basic theoretical research in physics. And what we are doing is reaches from cosmology, astrophysics, gravitational waves, to particle physics, theoretical particle physics. We have connections and work with European Research Center about particle physics at CERN in Geneva, and physics for the LHC. And recently also we opened a new branch in our institute, which is centered on quantum information and quantum technology. Yeah, so that's basically a small introduction to our institute. And so if there's any interest, we would be certainly interested in collaborating. And if there's any interest from your side, Botswana side, to collaborate with us, yeah, so we are open to collaborations. I said, yeah, we also do the master's program in theoretical physics at the Autonomous University, and we also run, of course, PhD programs. In all of these programs, we are open for collaboration, visiting of scientists and similar things. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Carl. Next person from Universidad Autónoma de Madrid, Dimitri Jakubovic. Is he here at the meeting now? Okay, let's go to the next one. Professor Gemma Dominguez from medicine.
Yes, she couldn't make it. We have been in contact, so I can present what she wanted to say. I am actually a professor in the Faculty of Medicine, and Gemma is actually the vice dean for internationalization. We knew already, but we have seen today that the University of Botswana has a strong medical school and health science related degrees and activities. So actually, the Faculty of Medicine in Universidad Autónoma of Madrid is a very strong and reputed faculty with research going on, with different degrees, nursing, medicine, of course, nutrition, and partly biochemistry degree, together with the Faculty of Sciences in the same university. So we really would search for exchange of students, bachelor students, master students, and I think that also we have had a very successful exchange with South African universities from a faculty from medicine. So we could also search for that. Definitely, we should keep in touch with you from now on. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Carmela. Now, Professor Jesus Marugan. You are not here, I think. Okay, next, Esperanza Lopez. You have to turn up the microphone. Yes. Yeah. Okay, yes. Perfect.
So I belong to the same institute as Carl, the Institute of Theoretical Physics. So he explained already what we work on. We are Institute in Fundamental Physics. We cover many branches related to quantum theory and particle physics. And I just wanted to add that in addition to, of course, to collaboration, we are really open to training and maybe even through internet, through video conferences. So if there is some interest, so please contact us.
Okay, thank you so much. Professor José Luis Rubio.
Yes, I'm working with the microphone and the camera. It's okay?
Okay.
Well, I am José Rubio. I'm professor in the Department of Ecology Universidad Autónoma de Madrid. And we are interested in ethnoecology of crocodiles specifically, the relationship between animals and human, and the implications for conservation by means especially tourism. And well, this is the line I think we could share with Botswana universities.
Okay, thank you. Next one, Professor Manuel Alcamí.
Hello, I'm from the Department of Chemistry. It's a department that is mainly focused in theoretical chemistry. And I'm also the coordinator of an Erasmus Mundus Master in Theoretical Chemistry and Computational Modeling. And in these Erasmus Mundus programs, there are the possibility to attract students from all the world, of course, also to open to Botswanian students. And at the moment, we have an open call for students to come to do the master in any of these 9 universities. These are very good grants to do the master in 2 years. And it also contemplates the possibility to exchange of teachers. So there is some budget also to the exchange of teachers. So this is open at the moment. They will be running for the next 3 years. And I think it's a good opportunity if you are your students or you are interested in theoretical chemistry to come to Madrid. So in case you have any interest in this area, please contact me and I can give you more information about this particular program in theoretical chemistry. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Professor Alcamí. Next one, Professor José Luis Viejo. Okay, let's start then with the next university, Universidad Carlos.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, we can.
Sorry, there was some trouble in my microphone. Yeah, I am José Luis Viejo and I'm a entomologist. I offer the possibility to participate in our Master of Biodiversity because I think we are working in perhaps the most important thing for the students of insects, plants, or other animals and other plants in a very, very biodiversity rich country as Botswana. And perhaps it's very, very interesting for us to change experiences or to receive Botswanian students in our master, or even to send some pupils to study biodiversity in Botswana in order to make their works of end of studies of the master, or even in the grade of biology or environmental sciences. It's quite interesting for naturalist professors to keep the touch with a very interesting country as Botswana. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Viejo. Okay, let's move to the Universidad Carlos III de Madrid. First will be Professor Dania Olmos. Dania?
Yeah, hello, good morning, everyone. Thank you for this term. Let me introduce myself. My name is Dania Olmos. I am a professor at the University Carlos III of Madrid. We work along with Professor González Benito's in this session as well. We work in engineering school, okay, Polytechnic Engineering School. We are chemists, but we are doing research in the field of material science. Specifically, we're working with polymers and polymer composite materials. We are interested in lightweight polymers for applications that has to do with energy harvesting or electrical applications, biomedical or bio-related applications like biopolymers and some other kind of applications related to medicine and other agricultural and some other like food sciences applications. Basically, we do research and we do teaching as well, and we are open to hosting students. Actually, in our group, we have like or 5 PhD students, and we also have experience with master thesis and final year students. And well, I don't know if you have further questions, maybe we have some time in a face-to-face session. Thank you.
Thank you, Dani. Next one will be Professor Francisco Javier González Benito from UC3 and also.
Yeah, I don't know if he's actually here. He's actually working with me. He's actually the head of my group. I don't know if he's.
Okay, then I think with your presentation should be enough.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, let's move then to another university, Universidad Pompeu Fabra, Professor Guillem Naro.
I'm Silvia. Hello, everybody.
Okay.
I'm from UPF, but Guillem Naro couldn't make it. So whenever it's time for UPF to speak, I'll give the floor to Francesca Lafell from the same university, if it's possible.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Francesca Lafell. I'm a professor at the Health and Life Sciences faculty here at UPF, and I coordinate the mobility exchanges for the faculty. Basically, we have the two degrees, one in human biology and also medicine, with which is a joint degree with UAB. We have a number of masters and a couple of doctorates, and our main focus on research is biomedical research, from physiology, neurology, systems biology, evolutionary biology. So so this is basically what we have to offer. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Is there any other participant from the Spanish university who want to say something, or let's move to Botswana University? Okay. Then let's start with the Botswana University of Agriculture and Natural Resources. I give the floor to, sorry for the pronunciation, Samodini Nakwako.
Thank you. I would like to give the floor to Dr. Chabo, who is the Dean for Faculty of Animal and Veterinary Science. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think you had my name. You have called me Samudimo Mwaku, but I'm Rix Chabo on the screen. Yeah, Chabo. Yes, as you know, Botswana is a livestock country. Cattle, sheep, goats is also a wildlife country. Our wildlife is roaming in the wild, so it's the best place to come and see our wildlife. So the areas of cooperation are basically for livestock improvement and also animal health, transboundary disease, bioeconomy, genomics, and biodiversity, as some of your universities in Spain have already mentioned. I heard about one entomologist there. We can collaborate. For example, at the moment we have an outbreak of locust in Botswana and in East Africa. And these are areas for cooperation. And we also have a huge wildlife population, elephants, which, you know, people from Europe like yourselves, you want to come and see them. But in Botswana, the wildlife, especially elephants, they have conflict with people, because people cultivate their crops, and then the elephants, they come and eat the crops, and then the people become poor. So this is a big issue in Botswana. So maybe it's another area of research or cooperation to see how we can mitigate against wildlife and people conflicts. We also have areas, I'm going to speak about also science in general, natural resources, but here we're talking about biological resources, not things like minerals and so forth, because those are for other universities in Botswana. The natural resources, biological resources, here we're talking about forestry, wildlife, fisheries, and so forth. How to mitigate about, on degradation of rangelands, because we do have a large part of our animals, cattle, they graze, openly, as well as the wildlife. And we have problems of biological degradation, especially the grazing. Those are areas for cooperation. I'm also going to mention the cooperation in terms of sharing of equipment, especially analytical equipment, which is very expensive for chemistry and physics and areas such as nanotechnology. Because if you have an university which has got a very good equipment and some other universities don't have, you need to analyze samples. Maybe we can send those samples to that university. I think we need to have that type of cooperation as well. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, Professor Chago. Let's give the floor to the next person from your university, Demiel Ketai Fanta. Would you like to say something? Okay. Hasper Rees. Okay. Next one, Bongotlo Sebolai. Patrick, this is impossible for me to pronounce.
Talala.
Talala.
Yeah, I think I've already spoken in general for all of them. Some of them are attending another meeting at the moment.
Okay, perfect.
But I think I've covered all the areas of cooperation at BUAN.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
I think everyone have the opportunity to say something. If not, please let me know. Just to remind you that, as my colleague Olga Belova said, the mobility, it is available for all of you. If you are thinking to do a mobility within our university, yes, please contact her, and she will let you know when the calls are open. And also to remind you that if you're interested, you can have the face-to-face. If you want to talk directly with someone, just please send a message through the chat to the manager, to Gloria, and she will organize the face-to-face for you. If not, well, thank you so much for your presentation, and we can move to the next session.
Okay, thank you very much, Matilde. So we can indeed move to the next session, which is about social sciences, if I'm correct. And I think that the chair will be the head of the International Relationships, International Relation Office. Sarah, you're here. I can't see you.
Yes, here I am.
You're here.
Hello, good morning, everyone.
Sarah Lopez.
Good morning, everyone. I see that this is like a speed dating session, so I will try to keep the rhythm. I would ask all the participants registered for the social sciences session, maybe to activate their cameras so that it is easier for me to go through the list and see who's present and who's not, because there's a long list of registered participants, but I see that maybe not everyone is actively following. I would like maybe to start this time with our Botswana partners, if possible, because from a social sciences perspective, we might perceive the University of Botswana would be like the more natural or partner in this field. So please, if Dorothy can just take the floor and share with us maybe what are their fields of interest first when they're looking towards collaboration in Spain, because they've already heard some of our professors also in the field of humanities. Or maybe we should just follow the pattern and start. Oh, Dorothy, you're here. Sorry, I can see you now. Yeah.
Yes, in terms of social sciences, Because when I started, I did mention that I represent the international office and also representing all the 8 faculties within the university. But specifically in terms of social sciences, I mean, the faculty has got 8 departments, the law department, the statistics, sociology, psychology, all the social sciences are in there, and they are really interested in areas of collaboration. And as social sciences is a very vast discipline, any collaboration in all the areas, I'll be able to pass it on to the dean and then the heads of the department so that they can identify specific areas that they are interested in. I think with that, that's just what I want to let you know, that all the 8 departments within the Faculty of Social Sciences are open for collaboration.
Okay, so it is good to know that all of them are open for collaborations in terms of mobility, of research collaboration. So maybe now with more detail from our side, you will be able to report back. I was also curious about the other 2 Botswana universities because they do have a different profile. So in terms of the BIUST, I don't know if Bokani Mtengi can just give us a hint of what would be their approach when thinking about collaboration in the field of social sciences, because they are more specialized in science and technology, but there are obvious links with social issues. So what would be your approach when thinking about the social sciences?
Oh, thank you, Sarah. As you already highlighted, we are focused on science and technology and engineering, but that doesn't mean that we cannot collaborate on a social sciences aspect. Thinking about when we innovate new products, electronic products, sometimes we conduct surveys to understand people's feelings about a new product entering the market. So when we're doing market analysis, that's where we need some elements of social sciences aspect. So that could come in handy when we eventually get to that phase. So we are not closing the doors to that. We hope that it can be instrumental in terms of actually making sure that we come up with products that are a need to the society.
That's a very interesting point, because in terms of market research, there is a connection here, maybe with the field of economics. So we have some professors from the field of economics and management representing the Spanish universities. So we might have a matching here. And in the case of the BUAN, I was also wondering whether you have this education, this agricultural management, but it seems to me it is very focused. So if you can also give us a hint of what do you see as the niches for collaborations in the field of social sciences, maybe sustainability, as you presented in your first presentation. Maybe in the case of the BUAN, I have Samodino Nwako.
Thank you. I don't have much to say. That much was said by the dean, but we don't have any program on social sciences, but we have a few courses that we are offering, covering social aspects, and we are open to collaboration in areas in social sciences.
Okay, thank you. Then let's go and dive into what we have to offer in that regard as Spanish universities. I've been going through the list, so I will be skipping my colleagues with their permission, representing the international relations offices, to focus on professors so that they can share their areas of expertise. There are some that represent these economics and business background, so I will start with them. And I have here Beatriz Narbona from Autónoma de Madrid. Is she connected? I'm not sure.
Yes, here I am.
Okay, go ahead, Beatriz.
Hi, good morning. Well, just a short introduction. I'm here on behalf of my research group. We are a TUR-UAM. We are a group of teachers and researchers all dealing with the degree of tourism and masters in some specialized studies in the tourism industry. So we are very much focused on the tourism business, but we are a multidisciplinary group. We do research and also teaching innovation related to very different things, from heritage management to management of hotels, and also statistics and market research. So we do research and also teaching innovation on all those areas, always into the tourism business, I mean the tourism area. And that's like a rough introduction, and we will be very, very much interested in cooperating both in teaching in I mean innovating curricula and so on, digitalization, internationalization, and then the tourism industry.
Thank you so much, Beatriz. I can see there's someone else also from economics and business from Autónoma de Madrid. So just to continue with the same institution, it would be Jose Maria Mella. I'm not sure. Yeah, please, Jose Maria.
Good morning to everybody. It's a pleasure to be with you this morning. And I'm talking on behalf of AMENET. AMENET is an international network funded by the European Union and is coordinating European and Sub-Saharan African universities, and from West Africa and Central Africa. And we are very interested in developing this network towards the Botswana, of course. And I'm professor of applied economics and economic development, and in particularly in economic development of sub-Saharan economies, countries. And we are interested in teaching and doing research in sustainable cities. In particular, we are interested in modeling sustainable cities in order to identify the agglomeration economies in these cities. And also, we are interested in calculating the environmental effects of urban policies in three areas: the technological change, urban territorial shapes, and different lifestyles. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jose Maria. I have a Professor Ramon Prat from Autónoma de Barcelona, who's also linked to business and economics. So if you want to take the floor, please.
Hello, thank you. Here I am at a personal level. I haven't coordinated my participation with my department, so I can only speak at my personal level. I am associate professor. I am teaching graduate students and master students in financial markets, and this is my area of interest. I am interested in emerging markets, such as the Botswana market, and this is the reason I am here, to discover opportunities of collaboration, to doing research about the financial market in Botswana, or the participation of companies in the financial market.
Thank you so much. I will close with Jordi Rey, who represents the Barcelona School of Management at Pompeu Fabra, my own university. So Jordi, if you want to jump in.
Yeah, hi, thank you very much for your words, and hello to everybody. As I said, I'm the Director of International Relations for the Graduate School of Management. So we are really focused on master's programs in our unit.
We can't hear.
We can hardly hear you. I think.
Let me.
Much better now.
Yeah.
Let me try with this another microphone. Yeah. Okay, as Sarah has mentioned, I'm in charge of the international relations area at the Barcelona School of Management, which is a graduate school for the university in that area. We are really focused on multidisciplinary areas of business and management, and with a strong international vocation.
At the moment, we have about 2,000 students and 40 of them are international. For our strategic priorities, Africa is for sure one of them. And we have seen in the presentations that you have made before from the Botswana universities that we have really some areas of common interest, student mobility for sure, faculty exchange, areas of research. And for Botswana University, you have mentioned that you have some centers of excellence on research in culture and peace studies, and probably as one of the mission of the university is about planetary well-being and the social impact is something that we could explore together in a meeting apart, but more or less is what we want to do. Student exchange, some teaching collaboration would be nice as well, as because of the COVID situation, we are really offering a lot of hybrid mode and virtual teaching at the moment. So it's very easy and convenient for us to do some kind of teaching exchange at the current time. So we are really keen to work with you, and maybe with Sarah, we can organize some meeting afterwards. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jordi. Yes, indeed, there are no barriers now with in the virtual world. So teaching collaboration might be easier and facilitated by technology. I would like to continue with Pompeu Fabra and Professor Tony Luna. He's been also in the humanities session. He's a geographer himself, and he's a coordinator for global studies.
Thank you, Sarah, for organizing this. I believe I already explained that, and I don't know if it's the same people in this session from our partners in Botswana. In this hand, I believe I could reinforce what Jordi was saying on the planetary well-being and the Center for Environmental Sustainability. There are leading transdisciplinary centers at the university where we can do joint research projects. And then I think I can divide our possibilities of interaction into two sides. One at the teaching and education mobility level for students and faculty. As I said, we are open to organize joint courses within some of our degrees. It will be feasible since some of our degrees are in English, and maybe we can do it partly online, partly face-to-face at both master's level and undergrad level. And second, the research level, I believe we can collaborate, especially in this planetary well-being center or at the Center for Environmental Sustainability, in which we are different departments involved, especially in the areas of social sciences. I think that's basically it. I don't want to take more time.
Thank you, Tony. I think you've been very to the point, so thank you for that. And from the list, I do have, I'm checking the cameras that are on. I am only missing Professor, sorry, let me go through the list. Well, it's Fernando Muñoz, right?
Yes.
If you want to go ahead, because I don't have your line of expertise, so sorry for leaving you for the last one.
Good morning to everybody. I am at the Carlos III University. I am the Vice Dean of the Business Administration degree. So I basically represent the faculty in this meeting, but I would like to talk more about my department. I belong to the Department of Business Administration. This department includes 4 areas: accounting, finance, management, and marketing. We have both graduate and undergraduate teaching. And well, we have several lines of research. For instance, we have a line of research on marketing and company competitiveness. We have a line of research on accounting and auditing. Another one on financial economics, some of the research in accounting and finance that is not included in the other ones. And finally, a research line on company innovation, organization, and also marketing. So we basically cover the 4 areas of the department, and we are highly committed with high quality research. Apart from high quality teaching, the department ranks quite high in the different, of course, in the national ranks, and also the university as a whole in the international rankings. And the Department of Business Administration is the first one in Spain among those departments of business administration that has got the accreditation of the ACSB. So this allows us to attract quite a lot of students, foreign students from other countries. So that's it. That's my presentation.
Thank you so much. I was just going through the list also, and I'll be just checking whether those that were registered are here, although I don't see their names on. So I have on the list a Professor Agustín Martínez from UAM, from Autónoma de Madrid, but he doesn't seem to be connected right now. I have Liliana Jacot, also from Autónoma de Madrid, and Roberto Garcia, who is also from Autónoma de Madrid and working in the field of social psychology. I don't see them connected right now, so maybe they just skipped and missed the schedule because of the delay, the cumulative delay. I hope that there are other opportunities for us to share maybe documents or some sort of materials so that we can continue working on matching eventual interests and collaborations. If any of my colleagues from the International Relations Office would like to complement because of some professors not being able to take the floor, please go ahead. Otherwise, I think that we've kind of highlighted possibilities, and our Botswana colleagues will report back and we'll check whether this is feasible. And we as International Relations will facilitate the connections to make it possible.
Okay, so I understand that nobody else wants to add anything. Sarah, thank you very much. Brilliantly shared session on social sciences. Of course, our colleagues that are absent in the session, but have indicated that they were interested in this interaction and have indicated the field in which they want to collaborate. Of course, all this information will be forwarded to our colleagues and our Botswanian colleagues. I hope that they do the same with us. Okay, so that last session that we are not that much delayed, but a bit, only this session on technology. I think it will be chaired by Lourdes Rubio, the delegate of the rector for international relations. Lourdes is there, or Sylvia? Can you help me?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Ah, Lourdes, welcome. Thank you very much. So the floor is yours.
Thank you, Carmela. Hello, Lourdes Rubio, speaking from University Carlos III of Madrid. Welcome to everyone to this session of technology and engineering. I think we are very, very short of time, although we have run in the other sessions, so we have time enough to explain the fields of interest of the participants. I remind you that you will be able to establish a face-to-face meeting if you like, and also I remind you that we will send you the coordinates of everyone assisting to this meeting, so that you will be able to contact to other professors, departments, institutes of research research after this meeting. No delays, no more delays. We can start with the participants from Spanish universities. I think there are a few of us here. So look into the file of the assistant. I can see from Pompeu Fabra, Gloria Aro. I don't know if she is here.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Okay, so I will start. I will be brief. I'm the mobility coordinator of the engineering school, and our department is called Department of Information and Communication Technologies, and we are a very international department, and our research is very interdisciplinary, and it is grouped in 4 main areas. The first one is multimedia technologies, the second, networks and communication, then we have computation and intelligence systems, and finally we have a group of researchers in computational biology and biomedical systems. Regarding our teaching, we have 5 different bachelor degrees, one in telecommunications, another in data science, then we have computer engineering, telecommunications, and audiovisual systems engineering. And so we are open to both to research stays and teaching stays. And regarding teaching, our 3rd and 4th courses are completely in English. So there's no problem in terms of language. And I would also like to highlight that we have a PhD fellowship called Dorcas Mutonis in honor to Doctor honoris causa that we gave to Dorcas Mutoni, an engineer, an entrepreneur, an African woman. And this fellowship is open to young female African women that want to pursue a PhD in our department. So, well, thank you.
Thank you, Gloria. Thank you. I think there are 2 people from Autónoma de Barcelona. I don't know if Ramon Villanova is connected.
Yes, Lourdes, I'm connected. Can you hear me?
Yes, we
because
can.
I see my video is completely black. I don't know if it's working or not, but I have my camera connected, but I see my face is not showing up by some reason.
We can hear you.
Okay,
we can hear you, so it's okay.
That's important. Okay, thank you. We were 2 people already on this. The other one was Jose Vicario, that is the Vice Director for International Relations and Strategic Operations of the School of Engineering. So I am actually the Dean of the School of Engineering. I know we are running ahead of time, so I will be very short and open the communication to our colleagues in Botswana to contact if they need to explain further in any information. So we are the School of Engineering. We are, for what matters to teaching, we actually teach in a quite different sort of engineering degrees, from chemical and environmental engineering, computers, data science, data engineering, aeronautical management, and different specializations on the field of telecommunication engineering. Also at master level, we cover different disciplines that are surrounding these fields on telecommunications, computer vision, biological and environmental engineering, Internet of Things, on e-health, etc. So we are covering a lot on terms of research. In fact, quite a lot of research groups that are linked to different departments. In our school, we have departments on computer architecture and operation systems, microelectronics, computer science, electronic engineering, telecommunications, automation and control systems. And in fact, going to the detail of all the research groups could be very long, because we are more than 30 specific research groups in our school. So I think if you're interested in any kind of these fields, ranging, I told you, from computer and mechaelectronics and electronic engineering. Just we can, as Gloria said, meet face to face and go deeper in the subject. So we are opening to contact you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Ramon. I don't know if Jose Lopez would like to add something, if he's connected, or is that okay for you?
No, it's okay, because Jose had another meeting, and I proposed him that I will talk in terms of the school. So it's okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I don't know if there is any other representative of any Spanish university. I don't know if someone from Autónoma de Madrid is here. I can see, no. And from Carlos III, maybe, well, Calmera, maybe you can say something about
about the technology in our university.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Yes, normally the vice dean for the only school of polytechnic, the polytechnic school that we have, that is specialized in computer science and communications. Also with a strong devotion to biometrics recognition and artificial intelligence. So I suppose that he couldn't make it, but again, as for the School of Medicine, I think we could be interested in the exchange of students and of faculty. So if somebody has any idea of interest for the university, of course we will forward it to the Polytechnic School. Thank you very much, Lourdes.
Thank you, Carmela. Well, from Carlos III, I'm going to change my suit, my hat, and as I'm a professor at the Faculty of Engineering, I will tell you something about the Faculty of Engineering. I am myself a professor in mechanical engineering, so I can be the contact from any one of you, of our colleagues of Botswanian universities. And also I would like to say that in our Faculty of Engineering, we are 11 departments of engineering, and we are our research and our teaching is devoted to energy, electrical engineering, power engineering, aerospace engineering, mechanical engineering, of course, computer science, biomedical engineering, materials. So it's very broad, but I can be the connection with you, between you and you Botswanan colleagues and my colleagues in the Faculty of Engineering of Carlos III. So now we can move to the Botswanan universities, and I don't know if Professor Olakanmi is connected from BIUST?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello, welcome.
Hello, ma. Yes, ma.
Can you share with us any field of interest or any question you would like to say to us?
Okay, thank you. I work in the field of laser-based additive manufacturing and powder technology. And I could see that you have a vibrant research group in powder technology in your university.
Yes.
And it would be good that we can explore a PhD mobility for my students in your area, and also the capacity higher education capacity building could be another area that we could explore in the future once the call is out again. Because presently we coordinate at BIUST here, we coordinate the education for laser-based manufacturing, through which we work with 4 other African universities, as well as the University of Bologna in Italy. So I think these are the areas of interest. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, I don't know if there are any other participant from your university, maybe Professor Orapelen?
Yeah, I think she's around.
Is there?
Yeah, she's around.
I don't know. Yep. Then Professor Mtegi.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, I am in the Department of Electrical, Computer, and Telecommunications Engineering. We have a staff of 13 people, with 3 of those being at professor level. And we offer 10 Bachelor of Engineering degrees, Masters and PhD as well, under 5 different departments. This is the Faculty of Engineering. And we're hoping to add the Department of Biomedical Engineering as well, which is actually my background. And for our research areas, we have embedded systems, signal processing, and power systems and energy, power electronics and energy systems. We've been a little bit, it has been challenging with finding lecturers with high voltage experience. So a good collaboration will be someone with background in power who can give maybe guest lectures. But for research, probably we're looking at, our areas are usually around, we're looking at green solutions, especially energy systems, smart electronics design. So those are some of the areas that we are working on in terms of our research, especially solar renewables. That's our focus area. I mean, due to the fact that we have plenty of sunlight here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I don't know if there is anyone from University of Natural, Agricultural and Natural Resources, the BUAN. Maybe not.
Thank you. I'm here.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Yes, in BUAN, we have the Department of Agricultural and Biosystems Engineering, which offers 2 programs in soil and water conservation, and then agricultural mechanizations. So the areas of interest are mostly in soil and water conservation, mechanical engineering, and the water use efficiency. And we also have the Department of Food Science and Technology, which offers 1 program in food science and technology. And the main area of interest are mostly in food nutrition, security, and food safety. So as BUAN, we are ready to collaborate in any areas, as I've heard from different speakers from Spain, and also from our universities here at BIUST. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Wako. I think everyone has give their ideas, and but I don't know if anyone wants to give some to say something else or to participate. I don't know.
Yes, I'm Kelesora Pelem from BIUST.
Welcome.
Thank you. Sorry, I wasn't. I was away from the computer when you called me earlier. So I guess I can just introduce myself. I'm also from BIUST, from the Department of Energy, Mechanical Energy and Industrial Engineering. I have a background in mechanical engineering. but my research interest is in energy storage, especially for renewables. I'm working specifically on redox flow battery, the soluble lead redox flow battery. So yeah, I'm interested in energy storage. The department is also involved in the electric car, research on the electric car. So they are also looking at energy storage for that, which I'm not directly involved in, but that's also an area of interest that I know that the department has. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I don't know if Dorothy would like to add something from University of Botswana. No. The same for Professor Galani from University, from the BIUST. Just check if Professor Dean Molawa, I don't know if is here. So I think that's all for our session from engineering and technology. Thank you, Carmela.
Lourdes, thank you so much. I was silent. Thank you very much. At this point, we incredibly we are on time, so maybe we could remind that the possibility to have face-to-face meetings, if you wish. Otherwise, this time my time comes to an end for this fantastic encountering with the Botswana universities. I would like to wish you, that we in the next few days we have a good wrap up from both sides, and we really try to forward all the information that we have presented today. A bit like it's not possible to really develop the ideas and the possibilities, but I think that some fields, and definitely all our very interested faculty members that have attended today, thank you so much, because without you these relationships would be very nice but not very fruitful. So everybody from the staff members in the international relation offices to, of course, our guests from Botswana, to of course, as I say, all my colleagues and faculty from this Alliance for Universities, these 4 universities that, as you see, we become very strong when we work together. So thank you so much. I suppose I give the floor to Gloria if she has any final technical questions for this face-to-face. Otherwise, thank you very much, and I see you soon, I hope. Bye now.
Thank you, Carmela. Yes, there's
thank you very much.
For face-to-face with Professor Lourdes Rubio by Olatunde Olakanmi. So we will create that straight away. Please stay connected, and I think there was another request, although I can't see the person still in the meeting with Professor Mpabanga. So just bear with me. There's just there's 2 face-to-face to be created. Just 1 second.
Okay, so
thank you all for your
we can say we can part now. Thank you so much. Have a very nice rest of the day, and see you soon, all of you.